Welcome back to Buffalo Wild Wings. It is a Titan Tuesday. Bob Burnell along with us. Got a full lineup of guests tonight. We've got the head coach to start things off with the football program. Close your ears, Pat, because I'm going to give you a little praise right now. Ranked number 10 of the country this week, undefeated on the season, the best start for the Titans since 1923. My grandfather was even born in 1923.
A long time ago.
It's been a long time. Hey, congratulations on the win during the homecoming, because you guys came out once again against a very good team. Platteville was rated number 14 in the country, and it was another dominant performance by both the offense as well as the defense. Look back on Saturday. I know we had concerns going in, and it seemed like things worked out very, very well.
You got great players. They work extremely hard, and that's what it's all about. You got Caleb Vossinen back with his dad. I want to give a shout-out to his dad. Okay.
There you go, guys. Nice to see you there. We'll get him in a couple of years to join us. Got to wait till you're a senior.
Next year, yeah.
Oh, next year. Yeah, that's right. He is a junior. But you got things going right away, and you look back on the day. The run game was huge. The defense played well, but the run game, once you got the lead, solidified things for you going down the stretch.
Very impressed with the O-line and the running backs and all the skilled positions, and obviously Nate, just how they moved the ball against a very, very, very good defense. In fact, you're just shocked at how well we played and how we just dominated the game.
You look back on the game on Saturday, you wanted wind and rain for Saturday afternoon, you told me. And it really didn't matter. We got the wind. We got a little bit of rain during the game, but you didn't need any of those other elements to help out. The defense was so strong across the front. I think that was probably the toughest one you've seen so far as a matchup going into the ball game.
No doubt. Great offense, scoring 40 points a game, and we had a great defensive performance, held them to 13 points. And, again, just the atmosphere right now is just fantastic, Bob. We had a great practice today. Just a ton of focus. These guys really want to win football games, and to be around that is just amazing.
We're a little bit better than halfway now as we get into this week. We've got a lot of big ones coming up. We've got Whitewater, of course, on Saturday afternoon. We'll be down there for that one, but then we turn around and we hit the road again. We got La Crosse. Only one more home game on the schedule. That's Stevens Point. Then we move on to Menominee to take on Stout in the final week. So we can't rest on our laurels at all. The team has to continue. We're only partway of where we want to be for the season.
Halfway through, and this is a big couple weeks here, as you know, going on the road twice.
And as far as injuries, one of the things that has been a key this year for you is the fact that we haven't had a whole lot of injuries as sideline players.
Hey,
knock on the wood twice, right?
Come on.
But it has been a key for you going down the stretch.
Absolutely. Staying healthy is what every team wants, and we've been very fortunate. And, to have this opportunity with a healthy Nate Ware to go down there, unlike a year ago, is pretty exciting.
No.
Hard to see.
I'm hearing a buzz. I mean, I'm sure you're hearing the buzz as well. There's a lot of people talking Titan football around town.
Around the state. This game's going to be on live TV. We're excited about it, and we'll see what happens. They're pretty good, though.
Taylor Goodman had a heck of a day for you defensively, didn't he? And he had the huge play in the second half. We had him here last week. We talked about getting double-digit tackles, maybe a sack.
You called that pick, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Well, there you go.
In fact, I was talking in the booth with the guys that what we really needed right now was a pick. And Taylor Goodman came out. The quarterback rolled to the right side, set up. I don't think he saw Taylor.
No, he didn't.
Because he put it right there, right above his head. He tucked it under, ran it down inside the 5-yard line.
Yeah.
It was just an outstanding day for him again. Well, what is getting him in that position time and time again?
He's such an ornery kid. And he's got a lot of issues.
We had him here last week.
I know, but he's got a lot of issues, and the football field is just where he belongs and where he thrives. So he's an ornery cuss.
The other thing that we had on Saturday was we put pressure on this young quarterback for the Platteville Pioneers, and I had the stat going in. There's a lot of stats, but they had not allowed but one sack all season long. And the Smiths and Taylor, along with Andrews, seemed to be in the backfield all day long, trying to settle him down, make sure that he didn't have too many opportunities to burn us.
3-man rush right up the middle.
Yeah, and that was another thing. You didn't really throw a lot of linebackers back there at all. I saw an occasional blitz, maybe one or two all day.
Well, you saw how good of a passer he was. If you start eliminating coverage, the kid was going to pick you apart. And the plan was just to play zone coverage, drop 8 in coverage, and did we have a sack?
I thought you had one. Thought you had lead
that's
one.
as good.
There were some hurries, though. There were some knockdowns, things like that. You made him adjust, go off a guy he had zeroed in on. And I know why he has such a high completion rate. The Platteville quarterback throws nothing more than about a 6-yard pass every time. Just dink, dink, dink right down the field.
Yeah, their formation of the day was 4 wide receivers to one side, and we only had 3 guys over there, so a 5-yard pass wasn't going to beat us. It was the 50-yard pass, so we just played back.
Getting back to the offense, what you were able to do with the offense. Big play. Caleb Voss, who's here tonight enjoying dinner with his family, had a huge one to start the day. One of the problems I see with the offense is sometimes they're maybe a little bit too quick. When you look at time of possession, they're not out there all that long. The defense, they've got to be in shape because they're going to be out there the majority of the day.
As long as the points are on the board, we don't care how fast it is. But a lot of credit goes to Craig Smith and Luke Cadet, and obviously John O'Grady. Those 3 guys, and you got Barry Derrickson over there, you got Jay Otto, you got Jeremy Roach. These guys have been doing a great job all year. Great game plan. That's the key. And you got Nate performing. And
did you see something on the Voss pass? You went to it early in the. Is that something you saw on film? It was just a straight fly pattern, wasn't it?
What?
The Voss pass, the first touchdown of the day.
You're going to have to ask Nate. I'm a defensive guy, Bob. When are you going to figure out I call no offenses? They don't even talk to me. The offense doesn't even talk to me.
Well, I know Coach O'Grady's good about managing the time clock, because he was in a booth next to me earlier this season counting it down on the play clock. And that's another thing that late in the game we do a good job is managing the clock.
We do.
Going down, unlike the Dallas Cowboys the other day, did an excellent job managing the play clock and getting the plays off in time, at the same time consistently getting first downs there toward the end of the game.
Tremendous communication amongst the coaching staff, and here's the most important thing, is that the players understand the plan every week, and it's communicated on the sideline, and we know when we're going to run time off, and just exactly how we're going to play. It's been great, and hopefully it continues, but it's a big week.
Pat Cerrone along with his head coach of UW-Oshkosh football program, and we're going to take a look at Whitewater here in a moment, but I want to talk a little about Cole Myra. You said you had limited his opportunities early in the season, so he would be fresh at this time of year.
That's right.
Exactly. He is fresh, especially toward the end of the ball games.
Cole Myra is fresh, and he's a good football player, and we're just happy we kept him healthy to this point, and we're right in the meat of the season. He's ready to go.
The other thing, he doesn't fumble. He's got...
Now, dang it. You're killing me tonight. You're killing me tonight, Bob. Don't talk about things that,
Okay, well, I'm not changing it, okay? I've ridden with this thing a long time, man. You think there's nobody happier than me to see you get
I know, but don't mention those things. It's like telling a field goal kicker, yeah, he hasn't missed.
Oh, by the way,
another one.
I think your field goal kicker's pretty good. Nate Ray's he was the top kicker in the country in September.
Clean it up. Say it. We're not, we haven't missed a field goal. Knock on wood again. There you go.
Okay, let's set our attention on Whitewater. Saturday afternoon. Big crowd will be there. This is a showdown between 2 very good teams. Are they as good as they have been in the past?
Sure.
Maybe another national championship team that
they have the best fans.
Definitely.
They have the best coaches.
Definitely.
And they have
except
the best,
1 or 2.
And they have the best players on the planet. They're the best team in the country. And that's the honest to God truth.
Last year they had an exceptional running back. Their quarterback is now a part of the Chicago Bears, so that says a lot when you move from Division III into the NFL. But do they have that type of personnel in the positions, again, the skill position?
Absolutely. I think every one of their players is looking for some type of free agent contract or anything like that. They have good players, great players for this Division III football, and that's why they do what they do. And they
How could they be so good so long? A lot of people are good a year or 2, but this is going on 5, 6, 7 years now that they've been the top team in Wisconsin and one of the top teams in the nation.
Best fans, best coaches, best players all around. They're the best team ever.
That's why they're the Kings of Division III.
Kings.
1 o'clock is the kickoff time. What are you working on in the meantime? Got a little trickery there? Got a little something specially ready for the Whitewater Warhawks on Saturday? No, you're not going to tell me anyway. You're too busy knocking on wood. We've got Pat Cerrone for a couple more moments. Nate Ware is going to join us in the next segment. I've been watching Nate play football since, 6 years ago, when he was a sophomore over at Oshkosh North, and he got up and got a chance to play with the varsity. So I guess they're almost 7 years now.
7.
But he's an exceptional player. This is a guy you can build a team around. And I know you guys were very happy when he came in 4 years ago. That seems like yesterday.
Yep.
I remember one of the assistant coaches called me up and said, he's coming here. We're going to get him. And they've been excited about it, and he's proved to be everything we thought he would be and more.
Absolutely. He's done a great job, and he's, just everything's coming together, and I'm happy for him. That's the biggest thing, is happy for him.
All right. We're going to visit with Nate coming up in just a moment here on News Talk Radio 1490 WOSH. You head to church, okay, my friend? You have to knock on wood. Head to church, my friend. That will help as well.
Church, pray.
Pat Cerrone, thanks. I appreciate the time. We're going to take a quick break. We're back in 3 minutes. It's a Titan Tuesday from the Buffalo Wild Wings on News Talk Radio 1490 WOSH. Back again here at the Buffalo Wild Wings. Bob Brunell along with you. A Titan Tuesday underway. Nate Wera is going to join us for the next 7 minutes or so here. And senior quarterback, preseason All-American. It's going pretty well right now, isn't it, for you?
Yeah, it's not going too bad. I mean, it's a great season so far, and hopefully good things keep happening.
You, of course, came out of Oshkosh North. We've been watching. I said, Coach, I've been watching you for 7 years now. You've been a part of varsity football at Oshkosh North and had a stellar career at Oshkosh as well, UW-Oshkosh. But when you looked at it, why did you decide to come play for the Titans in your senior year? Why did you decide to come over and play for UW-Oshkosh?
Well, I just could say they gave me an opportunity to get in and contribute to this program, and my brother also played here, so I mean, it kind of upped the ante.
Was there a little pressure on you from the other brothers, the three brothers?
Not really. They kind of just pushed me to be the best I could, and I just wound up here.
And have you liked the experience? I know you're from Oshkosh. A lot of kids, when they come to their senior year of high school, say, I want to get out of here. Have you liked the idea of sticking around town?
Oh, it's a great experience here. I wouldn't trade it for the world.
Playing with these guys for the last 4 years has got to be very special as well. You've been here for 4 years now. Started all 4 years as the quarterback for the team. You guys got a great group of guys working with you this year, so it's got to be a lot of fun to see how you guys have taken this program from where it was maybe 4 or 5 years ago to where it is today.
I mean, when I first got in here, we were 4-6 team. Our first 2 seasons, 4-6, then we jumped to 7-3. I mean, I'm just trying to help build a strong program here and just leave it at the high end.
Did you ever think it would be a top 10 team? Would you be undefeated maybe at this point of the season? Because I know there were some lean years. I was there much earlier than you, and I can remember 2-7 seasons and 3-7 seasons a few years ago.
I wouldn't have thought that we've been here. I mean, we're a great team. We've been doing good so far. I'm just glad that we're here so far.
You know, the nice thing about the system as well, you not only pass the football, you get a chance to run as well. What do you like more? Do you like passing the football or running with the football when you get a chance?
I guess you could say I like to mix it up. If an opportunity comes when I get to run, when I drop back to pass, I mean, I take it. Coaches don't say anything about it that much.
The option play, a lot of times I think the other backs would like to get it, but if there's something there for you, well, you're reading the defensive end and the defensive backs, right?
Yep.
And especially against Platteville, it seemed like you were able to sucker them time and time again with the dive, then turn around the corner and turn it upfield for pretty good yardage, especially late in the ball game when you needed first downs.
Yeah, a couple of those guys that try and get a couple extra hits on me when I'm a little bit vulnerable, but I'm able to get the ball to some of the other playmakers that we have, and they can do their thing.
One thing I know about you don't mind a little contact.
No,
not at all. Because you used to play defensive back over at Oshkosh North, and if you had an opportunity to put a lick on somebody, you're going to do it, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
The other thing I like about you is, and I've always said this about you hate to lose. And that says a lot. I know that's rather cliche for a lot of people, but Nate Wera is truly a guy who hates to lose.
Yep. Well, I guess you could say I have 3 older brothers. I mean, we're always competing against something. It doesn't matter what it is. We always want to win.
Platteville, last week, things connected for you guys offensively. Cole Myra at the end had quite a few yards there on the running game, which it was a nice alternative for you as well, I guess, when you had to secure the ball and get first downs. Because as I pointed out earlier, a lot of times these drives don't take any more than 1:10 to go 60 yards down the field, like the earlier one to Caleb Voss.
We don't really plan those big plays. I mean, they just kind of happen. Coaches set it up for us, and we just execute them perfectly.
Matt Blackwell had a great catch corner of the end zone when you threw it over to the right side. I think that was the second touchdown of the day. He made a nice back shoulder grab. And then you put one over the top of the defensive back. I'm not sure it was going to get there, but it did. Left side corner of the end zone. Just had just enough. It was a perfectly thrown ball. I mean, it had to be perfectly thrown to get to the receiver, and it was perfectly thrown. You put a little extra on it? What exactly happened when you looked into the corner of the end zone and saw him there?
Well, I know that I was Zach Kazabuski, and I know that he's a great athlete, and I trust all my receivers like Matty Blackwell. I just put the ball up there, and I knew that they can come down with it. So I just threw it up there and just let them do their thing.
Let's talk a little about Saturday. What do you expect out of Whitewater? What have you seen on film?
Well, I know that they're a great team like they have been in the past. Great, strong football tradition, and we're trying to carry that here at UW-Oshkosh.
They got one loss on the season. That was to Buffalo State, who after that I think has gone with maybe one more win and 3 losses on the year. That was a fluke. Apparently, this is a very good team. There's no doubt about that. Number 5, defending national champions. What do they do well? What are you guys looking at defensively and offensively to be concerned about?
So far, we just have to execute every play, and we just got to stay focused and concentrate on the next play, and just can't let little things get us.
There'll be setbacks, no doubt, throughout the afternoon. That's how it always is. Yep. And overcoming that adversity is going to be a key down there.
Yep. I mean, we just can't, if something happens, we can't just dwell on it. We just got to keep going with it and just move on to the next play.
Hey, we're along with us, senior All-American quarterback, preseason All-American, but you got my vote already for All-American, not that I vote. Probably the best coach you ever had to be me in a charity basketball game about 4 years ago when you got a high school. I know you don't want to share that, so I'll just share that with the folks. I was probably his best coach ever. But you have had the benefit of some great coaching over the years here in town, haven't you?
Yeah, let's say that basketball experience was pretty fun.
Yeah, we had a good time. I knew we wouldn't lose because you love to win. That's the whole thing.
Yeah, I was just out there to have fun with all the different guys in the conference, and we just wound up winning.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Tank kept taking those 30-footers. He got me upset that night, but that's fine. We got him to the side, gave you the ball. From there on out, more and more. You played basketball as well as playing football. At one time, I heard there was rumblings of maybe trying out for track. Like I said, I'm going back to the thing you love to compete. That's the bottom line. No matter what type of sport, you're going to be there. And what do you got planned for when you're finally done playing here at UW-Oshkosh?
Right now, I'm just weighing my options. I mean, I plan on finishing my education here in physical education. That's my major, and I just want to finish up my schooling and see where it goes from there.
You're going to look at the possibility of maybe coaching down the line?
I'm actually coaching right now at Oshkosh North. I'm helping out with the track team. So.
Okay. And I know your brothers are still involved with the football program over there as well as the basketball program over there.
Well, not basketball anymore. I think last year was his first year not doing it. So.
Okay. But they're still involved here?
Yep. Football they're pretty much involved with.
And Mom and Dad, I've seen them at every location possible for the Titans or North to play. They follow you guys religiously. Doesn't matter if it's in Alma, Michigan, or down in Alabama, or over in Tennessee. They're going to be everywhere for you.
Yep, they always want to be there. I mean, they love us to death, and they always just want to see us play and compete no matter where, no matter what. You
know, I've been around for the last 14 years. Every year there's been a wear, it seems like, at either a quarterback position or on the team. And this next year will be the first year without a Wera out there on the field. So it's going to be a little disappointing not to see you guys out there, you or your brothers playing. But, come down. You got a heck of a rec league team in basketball, I hear. We go and do one of your games maybe one time next year. Just do a rec league basketball game. Get your name back out on the radio.
Well, if you want a pretty good laugh, you might come on check out the games. I mean, we also stay in pretty good shape. And our older brother, Josh, we kind of give him a hard time. And so my oldest brother, he thinks he can still keep up with me and my brother Justin. So I mean, it's pretty fun out there.
All right. Hey, best of luck on Saturday. Congratulations on all the great things happening for you this year. We hope to hear on Saturday that you had another big day.
All right, thank you.
Hey, we're joining us here on our Titan Tuesday. We got to take another 2-minute timeout. Aaron Coppernall will join us, the head women's soccer coach, following this 2-minute break on WOSA. Back again here at the Buffalo Wild Wings. Our Titan Tuesday continues. Aaron Coppernall joins us here for a few minutes, the women's soccer coach. And it's good to see you, Kim. It's good to see you.
Good to see you.
I know you don't look forward to this, so don't worry. It'll be over in a few minutes, okay? That sounds good. How the team doing so far? I know is it 9-10 wins already?
We're 9-2-3.
All right, and what's going on so far? How's the season look so far for you?
Well, we're having a great season as far as getting some wins. We're 2-1-2 in conference. We need to get some more W's in conference.
Yeah, there are a lot of T's and not a lot of W's. Oh, there's a lot of W's there, but you can use a few more W's, a few less T's. Well, what's happened in the tie ball games?
Unfortunately, in soccer, you can tie. And
yeah, I don't like that idea.
We have tied 3 teams. Unfortunately, they were probably games that we should have won. Mm-hmm. Good thing they're not losses, but yeah. I think we have to learn from our lessons and get W's from here on out.
Young team, veteran team, what exactly do you have?
I would say a veteran team. We have 6 seniors. that are pretty experienced from last year. So.
And I know you got at least a couple girls from the Oshkosh area playing for you as well, right?
Yeah, we have 2 girls from Oshkosh West, Chelsea Kirsch and Nicole Palmquist.
So they are both in the lineup for you, and one is, I think, a freshman. The other would be a junior now, is it? Or is she a sophomore?
Actually, Chelsea's a junior and Nicole's a sophomore.
Okay, sophomore. They just become a mix after a while. You know, you see them grow up, and it goes too quickly. Conference-wise, how are you doing in the conference, Erin?
We're currently 2-1-2. If we win out and get a little help from some other teams, there's a chance that you could still win the conference title, but we got to win out. And we have a big game tomorrow night down at Whitewater.
And I know this one, Whitewater's always good in everything, so I got to ask you about the matchup. What do you anticipate with this one?
It will be a tough game. Whitewater's undefeated in conference. They're 5-0. The last time we saw them, we beat them in the conference tournament final, so it's certainly going to be a tough game walking into tomorrow.
How many more conference games are there? How many more matchups do you have?
We have 3 conference games and then one also non-conference game on Saturday.
It goes relatively quickly, doesn't it, here? I know you start about the same time football does, and it really gets going quickly and ends quickly, doesn't it?
It does. It's just a fast 2 months of just going.
Conference tournament, eligible for conference tournament then? Is it the same format that we've had in the past with the conference tournament and the possibility of going on to the NCAAs from there?
Yeah, the top 6 teams go into the tournament. That there's still a lot of games to be played, so we don't know exactly where we fit in that. Hopefully a top seed. But winner of the tournament gets the automatic bid to the tournament, and then possibly some teams maybe looking at at-large bid.
And usually because the WIAC is such a good conference, they look a little bit further down, maybe to a second and even a third-place team, depending on what the rest of the country's done this year.
Last year was the first time we've ever gotten 2 teams in for women's soccer. This year, I think there's a chance, depending on how things shake out across the country.
All right, and conference tournament is slated for when?
It would be the last week of October, beginning week of November.
Okay, and you can keep on playing into early November if you get an NCAA bid, and then the snow's flying, and makes soccer a whole lot more fun when the snow's flying, I'm sure.
The Final Four is actually the week after Thanksgiving, so we could be playing into early December, believe it or not.
We had Pizza down here a couple of weeks ago. He would go to San Antonio, which sounds like a great place to go. Nice and warm. Where do the women have their national championships this year?
It's in San Antonio as well. We host men and women together in San Antonio.
And that would be the same week then?
Yes.
And we're seeing that more with the NCAAs. What they're looking at doing, from what I understand, is getting certain cities where Division 1, 2, and 3 would actually come together and have national championships in some of the sports, isn't it?
I think so. Soccer's not one because Division 1 and 2, they play a little bit later, but Division 3, they host men and women together.
Erin Coppernall along with us, the head women's soccer coach. How many years have you been doing this?
This is my 9th season.
Is it only 9? Oh, my goodness. Well, it goes fast, doesn't it?
It certainly does.
Not that long ago, you were over at Oshkosh West, right?
Yes, I was at West.
Outstanding player locally here at Oshkosh West. They went on to UWGB, right?
I played 1 year at Green Bay.
And then moved out to...
Stevens Point.
Okay. We'll leave it right there. We took her back anyway. Tomorrow night, best of luck down at Whitewater. Next home match is when?
Saturday against the University of Chicago.
Okay, so you got them coming in. I think we have a special event, someone told me, with that. The October month, of course, is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and we got some certain things going on in addition to just the match that day, right?
Yeah, we actually did the breast cancer game last week, but we are doing a support our troops game.
Great.
One of our former players is in the National Guard unit that's serving over in Afghanistan.
Great. Giving back all the time, aren't they? Best of luck.
Thank you very much.
Erin Coppernall joining us here on WOSH. It is a Titan Tuesday. We'll come back, wrap up the show following this. Back to Carmen. It's going to give away more prizes, right? Okay. Got to wrap things up for our Titan Tuesday broadcast from Buffalo Wild Wings. By the way, we're along with the game coming up on Saturday afternoon on WOSH, about 12:40 for the pregame show, about 1:05 for the play-by-play. Channel 32, I believe, has the game on cable as well. TV 32, which is a Time Warner cable product, so you can watch it there. We've got high school football playoffs starting again on Friday night. We're along with the Lourdes Knights as they play their first round game. They'll take on Manitowoc Lutheran. We've got that game at 6:45 for the pregame show, 7 o'clock for the play-by-play. by play. Then we come back on Saturday night from Green Bay Southwest as Oshkosh North takes on Green Bay Southwest. We'll be back with you tomorrow morning here on News Talk Radio 1490 WOSH. And thanks to everybody for listening in and coming out to the Buffalo Wild Wings.
I assumed the apartment was mine, but when I got to the place,